Recording in progress.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday afternoon, 2 p.m. Central. Time for Make HOAG Money. I think we've got quite the task ahead of us here because markets are relatively range-bound. We're sitting in the center. We'll see what we can find. This is the CFTC disclaimer. Got to do this. Futures and Forex trading contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. These are leveraged products. You could lose more than your initial investment. Risk capital is the only money you should be using. To me, risk capital is money you can afford to lose. Everything we're going to talk about today is for educational purposes only. I'm not calling any trades. You guys are. And, of course, past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Hypothetical and simulated performance results do have certain limitations. To me, the biggest one is no accountability, no consequence, and no rules. We have rules. No guarantee of making money or anything here. Here are the rules for Make HOAG Money. We're expecting kindness and respect above everything. You can have a couple of people enabled to talk if they choose to. We're all going to be involved in the decisions, and the context of your trades is going to be very helpful. You will be able to show your charts if you are enabled to speak. We're going to use the chat room to discuss trades. Only those of you in the Zoom meeting will be able to vote for trades. We're going to use the polling system in Zoom to do that. Our focus on Make HOAG Money for now is just in the E-mini S&P, well, actually the micro S&P. We're not going to be taking trades just to trade, which we may run into a lot of that today. We'll have to see how things go. No, we're not going to be taking losing trades, which is, of course, a joke. We all know that losing trades are part of trading. We have to accept them and move on. Having a little problem here in the studio. Looks like we're good now. Maybe I should close down one of my platforms. And maybe that'll help. Using more of the CPU than usual, but we'll see what happens. So we got a short week this week, right? Everybody's going to take Thursday and Friday off and get some rest and say thanks and hang out with people that they love, and we're all going to have a nice long weekend, right? Hello, V-Up, Jimmy, Eduardus, Vince, good to see you, Travis, and Ben, good to see you. Anybody wants to chat, let me know. But here's the sick, everyone. Reasonable. The only economic information this week is coming out all on Wednesday. So we're going to be seeing a lot of traders probably liquidating positions or hedging themselves for the long weekend, the Thanksgiving Day weekend. We've got a relatively range-bound day today. We did extend below the initial balance, and now really just kind of rotating inside of value, which is going to make our chances, our opportunities for today a little bit thin, if you ask me. So we're going to watch and we're going to see here, and if anybody would like to chat, let me know. I don't think Mortimer's going to be here today, so we are just going to hang out here and see what we see what happens. Good afternoon, everybody. Joe, how's it going, family? Steven, good to see you. Joe, it's going, kind of limited opportunities today. I managed to have a pretty decent day for the range that we've got. The real, I think, big opportunities today were in crude oil when it tested down to weekly kickoff low. And then the Saudis said, no, they were denying any reports of increasing crude oil output. So the market turned right back around and headed right back to where it started. So that's not what we're trading today, though. Let's see here. Ben. Um, Not necessarily seeing a special situation. We've already pretty much been to the high of Friday's range. Whoops. Joe, I'm going to make you a panelist. Oh. Volume value. Back in and haven't hit Fridays up here.
You made me a panelist?
Yeah, you had your hand up.
Did I? I hit it by accident, but while I'm here.
Hi, Joe.
I just posted something on the chat. You could read that.
Okay. Where is it? Oh, wait. I don't see it, Joe. I see.
Maybe
I see hi, Hoag.
maybe someone. Huh.
Oh yeah, you want to click everyone, not just host and panelist.
Oh. Defaulted to that. Oh, okay.
Usually I'd be able to see that.
What I said that didn't show up was what I'm looking for. I haven't done a trade today. This is not a good day, in my opinion. But what I'm looking for is sometimes you get an outsized stop run to the upside. Again, these are the dealers, case and price. And if it goes far enough to the other side of the profile, the top side of the profile, then I would take a short. I'm only looking for shorts. It's only a short day for me. But that's other than that. If it stays here, I'm not taking a trade. That's just me.
I'm with you. I'm kind of as long as we stay in range, I'm kind of on the sidelines. I know we've got been looking at possible a move up to value high from Friday, which is 39.75. Value low. I'd agree with that, certainly, Ben. We do have a little better access at the low than we do at the high. And what Ben's talking about is the market opened, we had an opening range about here, looked higher, looked lower, extended the range a couple of times to the downside, tested this naked point of control here, and it got too cheap here, and the buyers took over. We have a pretty substantial amount of excess at the low here, where we have less at the high.
Well, if we could get a stop run to the high of the day, which is the IB high, around 70.
Got it?
That's what I'm. That's what
Looking for a potential short on a failure of extending the IB high.
Exactly.
Got it. Well,
look
let's
above and fail kind of thing.
Yeah.
If we get over it.
Let's vote on that.
I'm probably asking for a lot.
Right, I know. Let's vote on that. So what Joe is talking about is if we do get a run up near the high of the session here on this excess, do we look for a chance to look for a short here? Lots of folks are saying yes. All right, we've got 88% saying yes. So, Joe, where do you think our entry is and where's our stop? Is it above value high from yesterday, TPO, or volume?
If we're going to do a look above the IB high and fail,
Mm-hmm.
and I would put my stop, 2 or 3, 4 ticks above that swing high.
Got it. Excuse me. So we'll hold off.
I know you like larger stops, 6.
I like small stops too.
Yeah, okay.
So we're not going to set up for that. We're going to let the market see what it looks like at the IB high, see if it breaks out and then comes back. I have a feeling Ben's okay with that.
What's Ben want to do?
He's got eyes on volume value high from Friday. Up here.
Okay, that's in the area that
Yeah,
I'm
right. I think there's some degree of agreement there, right?
By the way, as you know, I look at Bookmap.
Yes.
And there's a huge level that's been at that 75 level all day. It hasn't budged. There's a big level of 67, but there's a major liquidity level at 75.
Okay, and
Those tend to be targets, 67 to 75.
Sure.
You just might get something.
Sure.
Head in that direction.
Yeah, market always goes to the point of greatest aggravation.
Right.
And look at the volume on Friday there.
Right.
Somebody still has something to do there.
Right. Yeah. So someone else sees the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Jackalope Hunter in YouTube is asking a question for anyone. My point of controls change depending on the time frame I'm using. Which is the one that HOAG typically looks at when he's mentioning past naked points of control and such? Well, Jackalope Hunter, I'm looking at basically the TPO and volume profiles between 8:30 Central and 3 p.m. Central. The TPOs, if you're using a different time frame than 30-minute TPOs, that's probably going to be one of the reasons why your points of control are not maybe lining up with mine, but volume points of control should always line up if they're in the right time frame. I'm usually looking at both the volume point of control and the TPO point of control when I'm looking for markets to return to check a previous naked point of control with a little bit more emphasis on the TPO point of control. Do I have another resource for setting up the TPO chart? Let me see. So this is the template for the weekly kickoff. Let me see if I can. Let me get Danny. Okay, this is going to be the template for the current platform that the current setup that you're looking at. Let me see if I can just put this link in the chat here. see if I can find it. We're not really missing anything here just yet. Whoops. Save.
Market's working on a big level of liquidity here right now. 61 to 63. If it breaks that, we could see 67. That's the next big area of liquidity.
All right, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but this is the file. No, it's not going to work. No, it's not going to fly in chat. Yeah, TPO is available on TradingView now. It's a little bit of a different look, but it's still TPO.
It's doing a good job working through that liquidity. Pretty good little volume bar there.
Oh.
The market's been consolidating for the last half hour between 55 and 60-ish. It's trying to get through. There's a lot of liquidity between 61 and 64, and it just made a pretty good stab at it, and traded quite a bit of volume at that 61, 62 level. Pulling back now, but my guess is it's going to try it again.
Try it again.
If it's through there, we could get a good move to 67.
It's pulling back to get up to ramming speed.
Right. Yeah. Don't you think, Hoag, sometimes you need to go down to go up?
Yeah.
Take out the stop.
Sometimes. Yeah. You find that a lot when the market is too long or too short. It's got to go the other direction before it can continue. Khalid, naked TPO, naked point of control, POC is I think what you're looking at. As far as reference, here's an intro to market profile we did this year. Hopefully this will help with that information, but if you need to know more information about market profile, we're going to be doing another class on market profile here before the end of the year. So make sure you watch your emails, and hopefully that'll be helpful for you to learn more about those profiles. But in essence, the point of control is considered the fairest price of the day. This right here is the point of control, the TPO point of control. Volume point of control is here. So the volume point of control is the single price with the highest amount of volume for the session. And the TPO point of control is the widest line of TPOs closest to the center of the range. Both of them would be considered fair prices. Whoops. There you go. Here's that link. Vince, I'm not sure what you're looking at. Seems fishy where. Oh, are you talking about the point of control? Because this is picking the average. This is the real point of control. 39.53.75. Seems fishy. We're going fishing now. Yeah. There may be something. Hold on. Sometimes there can be a visual, a display error, but I don't think it is. I think that's correct. Let me see here. Oh, I closed down T4. But that's the way it looks on both my Trade-Evade platforms that I'm running here. Having a lot of trouble getting through there, Joe.
Well, what's interesting is that it took out the liquidity of 62, but it filled right back up, and that's not a good sign if you're bullish, if you're looking for a buyer. And that's exactly what it did. It pulled back. But sometimes if it takes it out, you'll see we'll go higher. But it took it out, and then they replenished it. So.
You got a little ice order up there?
What's that, Paul?
Got a little ice order up there?
Could be. I don't have the ice indicator on my book map, but it could be. Could be a sell ice up there.
Just looking at Delta, and it's only 500 right now, and it's not showing really any indication of longer time frame ice order type of situations. But we'll see what happens if we get back up to that level. If we start increasing open interest and we're unable to get through there, that might be something that could indicate an ice order.
And they've increased the 62, so there's a big band of liquidity that it's going to have to get through. Looks like it's going to go through a big band of liquidity here at 55, which is the bottom of this consolidation that we've been working on for the last half hour. Maybe it's going the other way. Maybe there's an opportunity to go long if you want to go long. I'm not long today, but
no, I'm not. We're in the middle of the range. Where's my risk if I go long here?
Oh, I wouldn't go long.
No. I'm with you.
I'm saying if we get down near the lows of the day, maybe you want to take a long.
We do have that excess down there. Get down near low value.
Trading a lot of volume here, going through liquidity. It's trading through some liquidity here at 55. Big volume bar right here.
Yeah, Ben, a lot of like the big orders that you see in the dome, sometimes they're spoofed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Joe's looking at book map, which I think you may get a little bit more of an opportunity to see real bids and offers versus, because are you watching to make sure that they're trading out?
Well, you see the spoofers too, because you'll see a level that you're looking at, and then just before it hits there,
gone.
It disappears. Exactly. And that did not happen here at 55. They're trading it. They're replenishing it, but they keep trading it. Oh, now it's gone.
Now it's gone.
Yeah, with a big volume bar too. So that look.
Are now seeing negative delta of about 1100. So this is more likely going to be all of the short time frame longs who tried to buy that shit up there. Now they just got out.
And we're at the halfway mark right now.
Yep.
And sometimes you get stops on the other side of that.
We may have just hit them.
Yep. The algos are very active right now.
I'll bet, because it's just two-sided trade right here.
Yeah, so the liquidity is thick on both sides and close to price and moving with price. See, the market makers, as the market goes down, they have to sell and chase price. In order to get flat. Because they're not directional at all. They just want to make their fucking every penny.
Right. They're on the bid and on the offer. They get the bid, they try and hit the offer. That's how a lot of people learned how to trade in the pit. Yeah, just work the bid and the offer. You sell the offer, try and buy the bid.
So you'd be a market maker.
Yep. That's exactly what they were. They were exactly what the algos and HFTs are doing now is what the true scalpers did in the pit.
Did you scalp, Hope?
I started that way, yeah. I got, I learned the same way with, hey, just go in there and try and buy the bid, try and sell the offer. If you buy the bid, try and sell the offer. If you can't sell the offer, hit the bid.
Your brother did the same?
He was in the lumber pit, which wasn't quite as active. Well, it was at times. It was very active. He also traded some euro dollars, and then he was in the 30-year pit. So he was pretty much a scalper in the 30-year pit.
Was there a pit that everyone wanted to be in?
Well,
like bragging rights if you're in this pit versus another pit.
Yeah, they think the S&Ps were one of the bigger pits. The Eurodollar pit ended up being absolutely gigantic. I mean, it was a half a trading floor. Between the front month, the back months, and the options, it was a football field full of people. It was really unbelievable. And the 30-year pit at the Board of Trade was also one of the bigger pits. But there were those that wouldn't even dare to step in one of those. They were, they had their thing in the cattle pit or the hog pit or the soybean pit or the wheat pit. There were, people seemed to find their niche if they were gonna find one.
Algos disappeared, and the liquidity above us is gone, very little. And but at 53 and 52, we have heavy liquidity. So we got heavy liquidity below us.
Below now.
Clear skies above us right now.
And here we are, right in the middle.
Hoag, I have trouble with VWAP because I find VWAP different on
different platforms.
I can be following somebody that's working on a different platform, and they could be 4 points off from where I am. But sometimes I wonder how valid it is in the first place. Like, where is your VWAP, for instance? Mine right now is at 56.5.
Right now, it's showing 39.55.99, so basically 39.56.
Okay, we have the same.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, different platforms have sometimes different value highs or value lows. Rarely do I see a point of control that's different.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at my Thinkorswim, and it's at 56, so we're all in agreement.
Got it.
Caught making me a liar.
Markets make a liar out of me quite a bit. Alrighty.
What a day.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really the only opportunities I saw were off these lows.
That was news, right?
I don't know. Was that when the oil thing came out?
Yeah, that spike.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when crude oil certainly took a change in direction, didn't it?
So did you trade the ESs on that break?
I was looking for longs. I had a small loss here, and then my target was really to see what happened if we got down to this point of control. So we got through that point of control, and then when we came back up, I just waited for a little bit of a pullback and ended up getting long. And I held it till we got to the ledge here. And I got out and I put a stop in to get long just above the ledge, because there's going to be a lot of stops above that. So I caught the stop, and then I did a little bit of a profit on the continuation up above that. But at the time, I think value high was right around here. So I got out at value high, and I haven't done anything since. And
That's right.
And now I'm just like, we're here in the middle. There's really not much that I would be that interested in doing here. Yeah, I mean, my thought, we extended the initial balance 2 times, but I wasn't looking for any big moves. We got to the visual, this naked point of control down here. We looked lower, couldn't continue, very low volume here. It just kind of came back and found a pullback and never really took any heat on it. Relatively cheap trade. All right. Ben's long from 53.50. Nice. That's where those stops were.
That's the halfway mark.
That's you take the other side of those stops, you've got a good chance. Ben, I sent you an email today. Let me know what you think. Well, I was afraid this was going to happen on some of these afternoon weekly make HOAG monies. Is there isn't anything that I am that interested in this area. Now, Ben's a different time frame. He's a really good technician, looking for some of the smaller opportunities. Maybe tomorrow morning will be a little bit more interesting and fun for Make HOAG Money.
Well, a day like today is instructive, though, because you have them. It's good to hear you talk about how you only took one trade today. So that's instructive that you're recognizing the day, which I struggle with, and trading within the context of that identifying the day.
Yeah.
I identified the day at the beginning. My hypo was exactly what happened, which is unusual for me. My hypos are usually wrong, but I did identify the day, but I didn't follow I took too many trades today. on a day when I said I'm not going to, because it's going to be a range-bound, very choppy, balanced, two-sided day. And I said that, and then I violated it.
Well, that's never happened to me, Joe. It happens to all of us, you know.
So it's good to have a day like today to understand, where you went wrong and where you went right. For me, anyway.
It's always, as long as the hard learned lessons aren't that hard. We don't want to ruin any accounts.
This is amazing.
Just floating around.
Ben still long?
I don't know. Yep, he's still long, he says.
And he's long from where? 56?
53.50.
Oh, nice. We're rooting for you, Ben.
%, Michael. Yeah, patience was certainly key today.
Liquidity begins at 59 and quite a bit at 59.50.
We see Delta now at minus 1,300. All right, Ben.
Well, he's got liquidity below him too here, between 52 and 54.
Nice.
So it's Algo City right now. They went away, now they're back.
They had to go get a drink. Where are you, Joe?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Could tell it was East Coast.
You can tell by the accent. Park your car in Harvard Square.
Have you lived out in the East Coast your whole life?
Yeah. Concord, New Hampshire area, most of my life. Born in Bangor, Maine, and came here in 7th grade and went to the University of New Hampshire and built my business in New Hampshire and retired now.
Nice.
I was with UBS for years.
Oh, okay.
For 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I still call myself a stockbroker. No one knows what that is anymore.
Right. Right.
Now they call them financial advisors.
Financial advisors, right. Yeah, everything's got a different name now.
Right. And it's a different business. It's all fee-based now, no longer commissions. You can't make a living on commissions anymore.
Right.
It's all fee-based.
Yeah, you had the good period of time.
I think so. The people in the business now, they don't even know the symbols on stocks anymore.
Really?
It's all ETFs, all packaged programs that they put clients in that they collect a fee on.
Right.
Since they don't trade stocks, they don't even know the symbols. I knew every symbol known to man, Now they probably only know Google and Apple and Facebook and so forth. ARK, I'm sure they know the symbol on ARK.
Mm-hmm.
Who's getting absolutely decimated.
Huh.
Catholic Wood is getting decimated. You see, I don't know if you've seen Tesla in the last few days. Whew.
Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, technically, it's just completely broken down. I mean, I think they still own a big piece of Bitcoin, I believe, in the Tesla portfolio. He sold a bunch of it at one point.
I know he bought a bunch of Dogecoin.
I think he did. I think you're right. So you know what's going on in that space.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
So it's trading in sympathy with the coins, and that's probably the reason why.
Yeah, it's getting smacked.
My son's a prop trader, trades equities, so he's always asking me what I think the market's going to do, and I'm always asking him what do you think certain stocks are going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of us know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does, Joe. I mean, even the experts don't know. They don't know.
But I only look at the ESs. That's it.
Eduardus has a question here I want to answer for him. Hoag, could you please comment on identifying the day? Is it before the U.S. Open or during the day? Eduardus, you heard both Joe and I kind of talk about a hypothesis we both agreed on today, and that was the fact that we were going to probably establish a relatively early range and then remain in that range, which in large part I think we were successful at. But there's more to it. When you look at what's going on the daily chart, it's relatively range bound. There's no confidence in the daily in any direction now. And knowing that it's a short week with the Thanksgiving holiday here in the U.S., looking at the economic calendar where everything comes out on Wednesday, you got to figure with the holiday, a lot of speculators are probably thinking about just flattening up and taking some time off. Some of your bigger traders, banks, hedge funds, they're hedging. They're going to get basically hedged by Wednesday morning just in case anything goofy happens. If nothing goofy happens, they're going to vacate the office. So, it's kind of more of a holistic picture of not just what we're seeing on the charts, but what we're seeing in longer time frame charts and thinking about what traders are thinking. But as far as, the day type for profiles, if we're looking at a range bound day, we can be relatively sure it's going to be a normal or a normal variation day, which we have a normal variation day today. Well, when that happens, you can still earn money by fading the extremes. When the market gets up near the highs, down near the lows, you take the move back towards the mean, towards the point of control, the center of the range, if that's where it is. So now sometimes, I may have 3 different hypotheses of what I think might happen in a potential day type. And if none of those hypotheses show that they're ringing true, I take my mouse and I put it in a drawer and I watch. Because the things that I was speculating might happen have proven not to, I'm in trouble. I don't want to be taking stabs or taking guesses. And anytime we put on a trade, basically, we're taking an educated guess. It's a hypothesis, everything we do. And if none of them are ringing true, I'm not in tune with what's going on, and I'm probably just going to wait until something comes to me. Most of the time, when it comes to trades, I'm waiting for something to come to me. I'm waiting for the opportunity to look for a long down at the low here where I can limit the risk. I'm looking for an opportunity at the high here. If we're going to remain range bound, then I'm going to be looking for an opportunity to look for a short back towards the point of control if the market doesn't extend the range at all to the upside. Maybe I'll let the market extend the range a little bit to the upside, because trading both sides of the initial balance may kind of reinforce the idea that this is going to be a range bound day. And all of this is slipping away because time is just eroding at the time we have to look for these opportunities. And the market is really just right in the middle of the range on a range day. To me, that's poison. I don't want to be trading in the middle, because all the risk is up to here. All the risk is down to here. If I get lucky and pick the right side. Now, I'm looking at different things than Ben is. Ben is looking for opportunities in shorter time frames. I'm basically just looking at this 30-minute chart and the profiles to look for opportunities. Ben's going to find more opportunities, and hopefully they're good ones. Me, I don't want to say afraid to trade in the middle here, but I just choose not to. Bradley's from Manchester, New Hampshire. He's saying hi to you, Joe. Jay Gilmo says turnaround Tuesday should get us out of this daily range. Well, I hope so. I hope it, provides good opportunities for us.
Greetings, Bradley. Bradley, you and I ought to get together and have a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Are you close to Manchester?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, wow. There's got to be at least 14 Starbucks between you two.
Well, we're getting a little stop run here.
Mm-hmm.
Going to carry us high enough? I don't think so, but what do I know?
Well, I'm sorry we haven't been able to really find anything to get our teeth into here. Things are looking good for our good friend Ben, though.
Well, we're working on a big level here right now at 59. A lot of liquidity. See the volume build? We're through it. We're through it.
Ben took one off at 59.5, so that's 6 points. Nice trade, Ben.
Nice trade, Ben.
Good patience on that one, too. That one was a nail biter for a while.
Isn't Ben in this trade longer than he usually is in a trade? Do I have the right?
I am thoroughly impressed.
Yeah. Another level here is 62. They're pulling though, which is good for Ben.
Uh-huh.
They're pulling the orders. And they're refilling it.
Uh-huh. Always get that pullback. One of these days, I'm going to go straight from entry to target with no sweat. It's been 30 years, so I'm still waiting.
We've got to take out those stops all the way up, don't they? They have to pull back, take out the stops, then go higher. Or not. Because let's face it, if we got a trade going, we usually put in a stop in below that adjacent swing, right?
Yeah, and then
That's where they go after them.
Yeah, you put that stop in, they sniff them out.
Yeah, and that's what they did here, it looks like, because we're going right back up to that liquidity at 62, 61, 62, and rejected it again. Because they did refill that liquidity at 62 after they pulled it. Boy, has Ben showing discipline here.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Nice job.
Come on, get through that 62. Come on.
Everybody get out and push.
Keeps making a run at it. Well, they're building under price here. They're building under Ben, which is good. They kind of building and kind of pushing it up.
Yeah, there you go.
62, target 64. That's the next level of liquidity. All right, algos are back. The liquidity above and below. Bid ask.
Algos.
And they're filling it in at 63. They pulled it. That's a good sign.
Woohoo!
64.
Just keep bringing that liquidity up.
63 to 65 liquidity. Algos are back. It took those stops out below that swing at 62. Boy, it was that fast.
It just jumped, didn't it? Nice job, Joe.
Yeah, liquidity building above on the way down. The developing point of control just moved up to 59.5. That supports along, but we're getting late in that day.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in the middle, right, Hope?
Yeah. Yep. I'm glad for Ben. He found that spot and he's got it going on. Hey, Lise.
Yo.
Oh, bad toss.
A lot of liquidity between 57 and 58. Liquidity's filling in above, pushing it down.
It's just not letting it go anywhere, is it?
Very, very thick. Very thick. Doesn't mean it won't chew through it.
Uh-huh. Let's see here. The imbalance was to the sell side.
Liquidity's pushing it down.
Is that the imbalance?
Well, the last imbalance reveal is at 350 Eastern, 350 Eastern, 250 your time. And usually you get a big candle on that minute.
Yeah.
Usually you get a big 1 minute candle. So it's probably discounted everything that they were going to do.
Yeah, it looks like it was pretty small, if anything.
Yeah, that liquidity above price here is just acting too much of a resistance. Whoop, they're chewing through it. There we go, right through it. Just as I said, it was too much. Typical. Make me look like bad.
They love to make a liar out of us, don't they?
Oh yeah. Well, this is where Ben said he was going to get out. I think. I remember.
Yeah, he said he was going to get out if it got back up there, but we'll see, huh? Oh, he's out of the second now at 9.5. Nice job, Ben. Boy, that was
nice job, Ben.
That must have felt like a week.
I could not have withstood that. Congratulations. You the man.
Nice job, buddy.
Boy, you got right out at the top. Drop ticked it, Ben.
Way to go, Ace. All right, taking notes from what I learned from Ben today. Nice job, buddy. Sorry we didn't get anything done as far as make HOAG money today, but we've got tomorrow morning, 8:20. We'll look forward to seeing everybody there.
Thanks, HOAG.
Have a great day, everybody. Joe, thanks for helping and participating today, and thank you all for being here and participating and everything else. We'll see you tomorrow.